Have you ever felt judged or criticized by others despite your good intentions? If the answer is yes, remember that behind a critical person hides someone resentful and unhappy with their own life, and one should not pay too much attention to their opinions. This and more is what you will learn in this video. Enjoy. This story begins on Ramon's farm, where all the ducklings ran from one side to the other. They tried to clean everything possible, and the lambs hid the trash. Everyone was worried that the farm would appear at its best possible for the arrival of an important visitor. It was a breed Cebu bull, whose owner, a deceased millionaire, had left it in the hands of the heirs. These, not wanting to take care of it, were looking for a new home where the bull felt comfortable. All the animals wanted to give the best impression, since if that bovine decided to stay to live there, the farm would receive a generous monthly pension that would certainly improve everyone's quality of life. When the Cebu bull arrived, everyone was left open-mouthed. They had never seen such a majestic animal with such a beautiful hump and such an authoritative attitude. It was undoubtedly an animal of another level, and that's why everyone was amazed. "Good afternoon," said the bull. "I was told that you were expecting me. I hope I am not disturbing." Instantly, the animals rushed to move their heads, awakened from their astonishment, and began to greet enthusiastically. But there was someone who managed to stand out from the others, the critical goat. "I welcome you to our humble farm," said the goat with an air of superiority. "I am happy to present myself as your personal guide for your visit, as I am the only one here with sufficient rank to deal with someone like you. Surely you have heard of my family. We are one of the most expensive and refined goat breeds in the world. Just saying that the farm I was born on even had its own swimming pool." The goat continued to speak, while the rest of her companions just rolled their eyes, as they knew her quite well and knew that, despite being similar to them, she never missed an opportunity to show off. It wasn't until the guest interrupted her that the goat stopped boasting. "It's quite interesting, Mrs. Goat," said the bull, "but I've been on a long journey, and I'd like to know if any of you could lend me your home to rest a bit before getting to know your farm." At that moment, the animals looked at each other. They had been so busy preparing the farm that they had forgotten to clean their own houses, so no one wanted to offer. They began to look for excuses to avoid doing so, especially the goat, who didn't want the bull to notice how she really lived. "If you want, next to my pigsty there's a nice meadow where you can lie down," replied the piglet, to which the goat immediately said, "But how dare you?" "Thank you very much for the invitation," the bull interrupted the goat, and began to follow the piglet. The goat in turn followed them, as she had proposed to serve as the official guide to the bull throughout his visit. And when they arrived at the pigsty, she widened her eyes. "The smell of this place is really strong," protested the goat. "How dare you welcome our guest in this way? Didn't you have time to do a cleanup?" "Sorry, I had a few things to do, but now I'll try to put some order," replied the piglet, while the goat kept bad-mouthing her and the other animals. The bull, while eating the lettuce, continued to listen to the goat's criticisms and the way she belittled the humble offer of the piglet. But instead of reacting with anger or responding to the comments, he simply looked at the piglet with gratitude. Then, without saying a word, he got up and walked away from the manure pile, looking for a more suitable place to rest. The goat, still full of pride and arrogance, continued to rant and criticize the piglet for her way of life and for offering indecent food to the bull Cebu. However, her boasting was interrupted by the gentle and wise voice of an old sheep. "Dear goat, don't you realize what you've just done?" said the sheep with all the sweetness. "You had the opportunity to welcome the bull and offer him your home, but instead of showing humility and generosity, you were only concerned about boasting and criticizing others. The greatness lies in how you treat others and how you give your best for them." The goat was left speechless, hearing the observation of the sheep. Then, finally, it understood its mistake and felt embarrassed by its arrogant and ungrateful attitude. It realized that in its desire to appear superior, it had lost the opportunity to show true generosity and kindness to the Cebu bull. In time, the bull found a quiet and clean place to rest outside of the manure pile. He thanked the little pig for her hospitality and humility, appreciating the sincere gesture of offering him food, even if modest. Through this experience, the bull learned to value authenticity and genuine goodness beyond appearances. At the end of the day, he said goodbye to the farm animals and thanked the sheep for her wise words. "Thank you for opening my eyes," said the bull. "I learned that true greatness lies in humility and the ability to give and receive with gratitude." The goat, on the other hand, reflected on her attitude and decided to change. She realized that being critical and arrogant pushed her away from others and made her feel empty. From that day on, she vowed to be more humble, grateful, and generous. Thus ends the story of the critical goat, a fable that teaches the importance of humility, generosity, and gratitude in our relationships. It reminds us that true greatness lies not in material goods or appearance, but in the way we treat others and in our ability to be authentic and kind. From that moment on, the goat became a very beloved animal by all the other inhabitants of the farm. The farm transformed, in fact, into a place where an atmosphere of harmony and friendship reigned, a place where all the animals learned to give the right value to what really counts in life, the importance of being authentic and showing kindness to others. This story, which tells of how the goat managed to transform the environment in which she lived, highlights the importance of being humble, generous, and grateful in life. It also teaches us the importance of looking within ourselves first, of self-examination before daring to criticize others. We hope that this story can inspire all of us to live by these important teachings. Let us know in the comments if you also know some critical goats, and if you like this reflection, leave a like and follow us for more similar content. If you want to see other stories like this, subscribe to the Pearls of Wisdom channel and also activate notifications so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. Thank you for appreciating this beautiful story. We hope it enters your life as a blessing. See you in the next video.